Right, let's do it. One more to 68. 69, sorry.
I know, we're nearly at the golden number, aren't we?
Yeah, that was a great start, wasn't it? Sorry, I'm sorry. I've already done a podcast today. I had to get up at, to be fair, it wasn't that early. I had to get up at like 9:30.
Yeah, you've done the Sigun podcast, to be fair.
What's that? The Cigar? Oh, thank you. I now actually appreciate and love my other podcast. Sorry for having another show. A successful show, by the way. Nah, it's all right. It does all right.
Okay.
It does all right.
All right.
It does okay. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you.
You know I joke. I'm glad you have it.
No, we had a guest on today, one of Aiden's friends from uni. He was a really nice guy. I think I've met him briefly at Aiden's party, but he did questions day. At the beginning of the first season, we didn't do questions. We did like Aiden would just round give me a topic and I would say this and that and he'd say that. This time around in series 2, we're doing questions. And it's like at the end of the season, we'll know who the best Whovian is.
Oh, I see. Competition time.
But his friend came in and he did the questions this week. Normally me and Aiden quiz each other on stuff. I always forget and write the questions like a minute before.
Move Pandy a bit in.
Move Pandy.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, thanks.
Now I can get some stage time.
Pandy, no.
No, Paddy, don't get drunk.
That is literally me on the
You're
tape.
endangered. Stop. Pandy.
I won today on the questions.
Oh,
and they were really good questions.
Cheers
I
to
mean,
that,
the two I got one wrong, but the two I got right was it was like in Time of the Doctor, how many wigs were worn? And the answer is 2 because Matt was wearing a wig and Karen Gillan's wearing a wig in her last scene.
That's right.
And the other one was what other Doctor's been in the movie that foreshadowed him being the new Doctor? And it was Peter Capaldi in World War Z because he played the Who Doctor.
WHO. Okay, yeah.
So but yeah, I watched an episode today. I did the podcast, and then here I am.
That's Connor's 50% Doctor Who podcast.
Thank you.
Is what that's called. So if you want to check that out and get more of your Connor content, then you can.
Well, that was my excuse for getting the 69 joke wrong.
As I like to call it, content, if you will.
That's pretty good. I like that.
Thank you very much.
That's a good one. Thank you very much.
So what I wanted to start off today, well, actually, maybe we should, I know I'm messing with the order, but maybe I should just show the new channel art first. I'll start with that.
Sure,
So,
I haven't seen this.
So basically, I commissioned an artist, a local artist, Andrea Lim.
That's tough.
Is her last name? No, Andrea Lim is her last name. I'm just trying to think her Instagram handle is, I think, andrea.art or something like that, but I'll try find it and then I'll say what it is. But I commissioned a local artist who I met on a film production a couple of years ago. She's a really nice girl, good actress, but she's just a good person. And she's doing art these days.
Yeah.
I'll actually get up one of her page.
Have you got your airdrop open by the way? Because I got the video to send that we took on Thursday.
What do we take on Thursday?
You took something for the show and you said I need to send it to you, and I meant to, and I'm doing it now. So if you got your airdrop.
Okay. Well, yes. Try airdrop it. Oh, shit. Okay. Hold on, folks.
Sorry, folks. This should have been done before, and I totally forgot.
Here you go. So her art page. She has a couple of different pages. Her art page is this. If we can get that up. and.rea.art. Wonderful artist. She does a bunch of art stuff. That's tough. She didn't post our art.
Right, it's kind of calm, all right. Well, you never know how long ago she posted, so that might be the next post.
I know. Maybe. But
she sent it to you on Thursday. Like,
I know.
The girl.
I know. I'm joking.
All right, send in. All right, you can accept that.
Okay,
and
cool.
Sorry, folks.
So basically, I won't show you yet. So basically, I'm gonna get it up now. So this is to you, Connor. This is our new bit of art that she did for us. So she commissioned this new bit of art. So this was our banner already.
That's pretty cool.
Basically.
Oh, you even got the. Yeah,
I know. I actually said to Kath, I was like, Connor will love that because he's got his little band.
My best friends.
Yeah. So this.
Before I was wearing this.
So she didn't do the art, but she did specifically like these bits. So basically, this is our new banner. This will be our new banner. And you get what I mean. I'm gonna ask her to just complete the shoulders just so it can round off. It's cool. Hey, so that's the new podcast banner. That's gonna be the new clips banner.
They got the Clips channel on.
Yeah, and then I thought could be our new actual profile, which I think is awesome, and then obviously clips as well. But yeah, I thought it was really cool.
That's pretty lit. That is pretty lit.
It's cool, isn't it? That's us having a good old laugh, isn't it?
I love that. I love it.
No, it's very good.
Well, I got the video sent with Dave's reaction. You don't have to watch that, but
and that's pretty cool. Like, because I was also thinking now, if you look at it on the screen, I'm talking to you, Connor.
Yeah.
You can see how it will look like on a phone, and I think that looks great. Like when you see it, because it kind of shows that we're both there. It's a bit of like our faces in the actual logo, but it's still quite minimal, which I think we both liked about the logo before. I think that's great.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah,
this is what you got on Thursday and didn't show me.
Yeah, so I got delivered this on Thursday when we were at the pub, but I chose not to show Connor because I didn't want to spoil it. I wanted to show it live on the show. So there you go, folks. That's our new logo.
Pretty sick.
And once again,
drawn on me.
Yeah, I know. So thank you to Andrea for doing that. If any of you fellas out there or ladies want some art commission, go hit her up. She's a wonderful artist. But yeah, we have that new one and I'm pretty happy with that. So
I love how it's got the band on it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. Well, not in the profile, but in these ones. I think that's awesome, you know. But yeah, I think it's a great little thing we've got. And I think it's all about moving towards, or for me, it's all about moving towards like a better just a better branding of the show, everything about the show being a bit better and just having a bit more, I don't know, presence and like branding, which I think we're really working on. You know, we have the Instagram. By the way, update on that. I'm getting through some clips as well for the older episodes.
Graham's going good.
I'm doing like episode 35 clips and I'm like, whoa, this was 30 episodes ago.
Jesus.
So some of the clips will go on Instagram, more photos. But yeah, branding wise, the show's going very well. Yeah. So we're always improving. But I've seen, you know, the Out of Context page on Twitter is a good laugh. So go follow that one.
Yeah. It's going well. I actually haven't even like, because we're uploading a lot more now than we used to. And it's like, shit, I haven't been posting the updates as much as I'd like to, but it's something I can get better at. So, you know, at least that's a,
well, look,
we can improve
I'm in the same boat there as well. So don't feel bad about that. But you know what? Like I said, it's something that I think we just ease into and we get better at. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with the state of it. And I think we just got to keep going.
Sweet.
So New Mutants is the top of the show today.
Yes.
The news item for the week. New Mutants has just released. Mm-hmm. Is it in cinemas everywhere? It's in cinemas here in Australia. Are they releasing it theatrically in America?
I mean, yeah, it would be just like Tenet.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it would be. But we are getting movies obviously a lot quicker because we are in Australia and it's a safer place in a lot.
Well,
of
I think
places,
it's quicker, but it's also we're getting much wider releases. So like New Mutants, for example, is playing at every cinema that plays.
To be fair, we always get movies earlier. To be fair,
not always, because I think
all the Marvel stuff
it's
got like
fairly
a day or two
recently in terms of like the last few years because and I actually don't know why this is. It confused me as well. But yeah, the Marvel movies in the last few years have actually released like a day early in Australia.
Yeah, I think
that's because of the time zone.
It's that, but also I think it's so reviews can come out and then people give it a positive review and then people in America are like, okay, cool.
That's right. So I guess because Australia is a smaller market. So I guess if people can go watch it first, and they can tweet about it. Yeah.
I don't know if it is about the times of thing because we booked. This is really weird. We booked me and a couple of friends to see the midnight screening of Infinity War, not Endgame, like Infinity War, and they had the whole event set up, and we bought tickets, and then they said, actually, we just got word. This is like 2 months later. They're like, actually, we just got word that we can't actually show the movie at midnight just due to copyright because they couldn't do it.
What was this movie, sorry?
Infinity War.
Oh, that's right. That was a weird situation, wasn't it?
Didn't you get them as well?
Yeah,
and they emailed us. And
yeah, they did.
I was going with other people.
Very weird.
Yeah, they were like, we thought we could do it, but we can't.
It's a very strange situation, hey.
I think they refunded our tickets and they put us in like the earliest showing of the movie in like the next day, which is like fair enough, but it was like 9 hours later.
Maybe it's something to do because you know how when they do reviews, there's an embargo on the review.
Yeah, I think it was
so it must have been something like that.
Maybe they're worried something would leak or
they hadn't. Yeah, well, yeah, I'm not surprised with a movie like that. But
yeah, exactly.
That was a very interesting experience. But you know, the most egregious one I remember a few years ago in 2014, and this just shows how quickly. And by the way, 2014, we didn't have Netflix here in Australia. We didn't have Amazon Prime.
Well, I did.
There was, but I mean, it wasn't officially launched in Australia.
We're bought today by ExpressVPN.
But no, so Australia had not officially had Netflix and stuff. We were behind so much. I think the only TV show that we would get expressed from the US, which is what they used to call it, was The Walking Dead.
Express in the US, that was literally FX.
And apart from that, it was very, very common for TV shows to come to Australia years later. Not even, well, sometimes not years, sometimes months, but like months later, sometimes years later. It was like, we were tough when it came to movies. And I remember the most egregious one.
Really bad.
The most egregious one that I remember was in 2014, the Lego movie came out. And in America, it came out in February, I think, of 2014. And in Australia, it didn't come out like until 2 or 3 months later, till April, because they wanted to wait until the school holidays so that kids would be out and about and able to watch it. Because in America, February, I think they might, I don't know, but.
Do you remember we went to go see Ouija 2 and then straight after we went to the Doctor Strange midnight screening and there was maybe like 15 people in there.
Oh, weird, hey.
Remember we went to go see Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I remember that.
We went with Declan.
It's very weird.
You, me and Declan. And classic Declan hated it. He's like, I hated it.
I fell asleep a little.
Did you really?
I didn't fall asleep, but I didn't fall asleep, but I did this where I was like.
You do get a bit like that in midnight screenings. You almost forget what time it is.
Yeah, it depends too if the movie is really keeping you awake.
My Star Wars midnight screening for Rise of Skywalker, I just had no. And I was like, I don't care.
Especially in that third act of Doctor Strange, where things get a bit freaky deaky. I think I was almost like going in and out of like dream state. I was like,
yeah. You fell asleep. Declan hated it. I think Declan hates every.
I actually would be keen to rewatch Doctor Strange because I feel like I would enjoy it.
Scott
and I enjoyed what I saw. I mean, I've said on the record, I'm not a big fan.
I've watched it twice.
I'm not a big fan of Benedict Cumberbatch's accent, but I can get over that. Because
what? Because I'm a doctor now or something.
Yeah.
What? Do you not like it? Do you not think it's believable? Good. Do you not like it? Do you think it's not believable?
No, I just don't think it's a great accent. That's all.
Fair enough. You just so used to being like the show.
No, I just think he's so British that I think he probably finds it hard to get rid of that accent.
Yeah.
You know?
Some people, I remember, we were all getting the film I watched last night, but there's just some actors I see who are like, they're so convincing with their accents.
Yes.
And then you hear them in real life and they're like the main actress in the film I watched last night, which again, we'll get to, but she's like so British. In the movie, you could not tell. Like it's like David Tennant in Doctor Who. You can't tell he's Scottish. Like it's insane. Like there's some people who are just so good at like doing accents and shit. But Dan is famously not a huge fan of Scott Derrickson's 2016 flick, Doctor Strange.
No, I didn't mind it, and I actually think I would enjoy it more. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I'd like to rewatch it because I don't remember much of it because I fucking fell asleep, and I've only watched it once. I don't even know
why I went to the midnight screen. I thought maybe it'd be a cool experience, like when we went to go see Star Wars, but there was literally like 15 people in there. It was really weird. Like there was literally like no one in there. I was like, fair enough. Like,
but with all that being said, speaking of boring.
Yeah.
No offense to New Mutants, but some reviews have come out. And what do you think? I mean,
I just want to go to Gold Class and eat some food and drink some beer with my best mate. I don't really care about it being a great movie, to be honest with you. I'm just like, hey, it is what it is. Like, oh God, I'm looking at shirtless photos of us three.
Sorry, I'm trying to get something up for the show.
Yes.
So you just keep talking about New Mutants.
But no, I don't know. I don't have much to say about it. I haven't even fucking seen it. We're going. It's going to happen. Apparently, it's not great. It is what it is.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. I haven't even seen it.
No, let's get the backstory because there's a bit of controversy with this specific movie, New Mutants. Because you were talking about this years ago. Yeah, so give us the actual backstory.
Right. So I believe it's one of the creators of the New Mutants comic. Apparently, I just spelled his name wrong in the end credits, which maybe they might have. No, maybe they haven't fixed it. I don't know. But they spelled his name wrong. So I don't know. He just said, I've had enough of it. The movie hasn't come out for years. It was filmed years ago.
Well, that's the other thing. So they filmed it in what, like 2017?
Ridiculous, man.
It's Jesus.
Ridiculous. It's crazy.
That's so weird. That is just so bizarre.
And the one time it comes out is in Corona, which is a weird ass time.
Very, very strange.
It's like the time you think it wouldn't come out. I mean, it got delayed because of Corona in February, I think.
Okay.
Or March, one of those. I don't know. I always thought it would be like a hell spooky ass movie, but apparently not.
They've clearly marketed it as a horror because
But apparently
we were in the cinema. We were in the cinema to see, I think, Inception, which was the promo for Tenet, and they played the New Mutants trailer, and Kath was like,
it is marketed to be quite a spooky film. But apparently,
bizarrely, because I don't see it being that scary. I just don't.
Me either. Look, there'll probably be some dumb jump scares that make teens think it's a fucking horror film.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
This is, again, what I loved about the film I watched last night was it was such a psychological horror, and it wasn't jump scare. There was no jump scares.
Yeah.
But I was terrified. Like, I can just tell this movie's going to be...
if there's any... Yeah, again, I also can imagine this movie, when you film a movie years ago, and then, it comes out years later, there's got to be some of the original lost in the edit. Like, you've got to... I think they've clearly edited it to be something that they want it to be that probably wasn't what they were envisioning it to be when they filmed it. Does that make sense? Like the way they've edited the trailer, I can bet you it took them years to be like, well, what direction do we want to take New Mutants? Do we want it to be a horror? Do we want it to be a fun movie?
So technically,
do we want it to be a Suicide Squad copy? Because remember, it got filmed right after Suicide Squad. So maybe they would take influence from that kind of thing. I don't know, man. I mean, it's not crazy to say that it's going to be a mess just by the fact that it was filmed so late, but I don't know. I haven't seen it. So
yeah.
Have you watched reviews? Because I haven't watched reviews.
I watched Johns and Stutman
review it. Okay, yeah. And what did they say?
Oh, I think I watched IGN as well, which I don't like doing because IGN fucking suck. But they just said it was fine. It's not great. It's not terrible.
Okay.
It's just there. You'll probably watch it once and never think of it again.
Yeah, I'm happy to go and have a good time. Honestly, that's the way I'm looking at it. So.
Get some food, get some beers.
Yeah, that's right.
Again, I'm just kind of going for the experience. And I kind of like having a laugh with you where it's like, we'll just sit down and be like...
Yeah, 100%. It will be hilarious in that sense.
My girl Maisie's in it. So that's all.
Yeah, I know. About. Yeah, no, it'd be very interesting to see.
I do love Maisie with all my heart. Maybe a little too much. What? Do you remember I had a huge crush on her in like year 9?
Oh, I remember.
You do, don't you? Everyone used to make fun of me. And I was like, oh, I love her.
You wanted Maisie to play Ellie in that Last of Us series, don't you?
And I still do. Yeah. Her and Hugh Jackman are like my top. They're such cliched ones, but...
I've been watching Dina.
She's great.
She started her playthrough of The Last of Us.
She's great.
I think she should be in the series. I don't know what she could be though, but
I think she's great.
She's awesome. She is cool.
No, she's a lovely girl. She really is. She's got a lovely personality.
So in terms of movies though, there's also been Mulan has just come out.
Oh yeah, so I got something to say about that. I got research.
Oh, okay. So to anyone who doesn't know Mulan, I think it has just come out now.
It came out yesterday.
Well, yeah, yesterday. But in America, I think it cost $30. Here, I think it's $35, which actually is better for us. We are technically getting it cheaper if you take into account the conversion rate.
So here's the thing. So it's from September 4th with premium access. You can now watch Mulan before it's available to all Disney Plus subscribers. So pretty much, the movie's coming out for all subscribers on the 4th of December. So you'll be able to watch it on the 4th of December if you want to wait. But it's $34.99. Or if you want to actually get a monthly subscription of Disney Plus, like it's saying you don't have the subscription yet, you get to get it for $43.98. It's pretty crazy.
Wait, how long did it say? $43.98 if you don't want a monthly subscription?
No, so if you want to get it with a monthly subscription, like if you don't already have the service. So if you wanted to get it, it'll be $35.
$35.
If you haven't got it.
But this is quite interesting. So look at this. I know it's not that much of a good deal, but look, 35 Australian dollars is 25.50 US dollars, and in America they're actually selling it for $30. So we are actually technically getting it cheaper.
Well, do you know how you asked if you'd be able to continue to watch it if you don't have a subscription.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
No, it says here that your access to Mulan will continue as long as you are an active member.
Yes, and I
So
saw...
you don't have access to it if you stop your subscription.
We watched some Simpsons last night, and I saw on the Disney Plus banner, it said requires Disney Plus subscription.
Yeah.
So yeah, it seems like it's only something available if
But
you
it will
have
be
the
available to
subscription.
watch on the 4th of December at no additional cost if you do.
I feel like
If you have to wait to watch this movie that apparently is really shit.
I feel like the Apple
to
model, the Apple model is better because like Apple now has Apple TV Plus, where they have a lot of shows, and some of them I've heard are pretty good, and some of them I've heard are kind of shit. But if you buy anything on iTunes, or I know they're trying to phase out iTunes as a brand, but if you buy anything on Apple TV, you still can watch it whenever you want, even if you don't have an Apple TV Plus subscription.
Yeah, it's like
Because you own it. And that actually is how it works on Amazon as well. If you buy something on Amazon, you own it, even if you have a Prime Video subscription or not.
These Disney folk think they can.
Yeah, this Disney thing is very, very strange.
Down.
And in big advertising underneath Mulan, it said it comes to all subscribers on December 4th, which is only...
It's not that long away.
It's September 5th
So maybe
now,
like 3
so
months.
that's 3 months away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 3 months, which is actually the technical limit that traditional movie cinemas give to studios before they can start putting something on DVD. I don't know if you know that.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so a cinema has to, well, not legally, but long time agreements have basically stipulated that studios have to give cinemas a 3-month period where it's
But surprise,
exclusively
surprise,
for cinemas.
the film is just another cash grab from Disney. It's like the classic live action, everything they've done that sucks.
I've heard it's actually a decent movie, but I think I would agree, regardless of the quality of the movie, it's clearly a cash grab, but it's very strange. It's a very interesting new business model. I don't know if this is going to stick or not. I really am not sure.
So it was intended for theaters, obviously. I don't know why they couldn't show it.
It was.
Some.
You know why it was 100% intended for theaters is because, and here's another reason, right? So I don't know if you know this, but a lot of the main cast in the Mulan movie are actually Chinese, like they're actually from mainland China. And there was a bit of a controversy because the main star, the chick who plays Mulan, actually, I think someone asked her about the Hong Kong protests and stuff that were going on. And she actually said, oh no, I support China. And that was very controversial because it was like, oh, you know, they're being pretty rough to those protesters. But basically the reason you can tell that it's a cash grab is because not just Disney, but big major blockbusters do fucking bank in China. Like China is a huge market for those studios. And so, look, I think it's great, you know, movies like The Farewell and stuff where you actually get Chinese representation. I think that's great. But this movie, I think clearly you can tell that they were trying to really capitalize on that Chinese theatrical market. And it's sort of backfired on them because cinemas right now are not able to open at full capacity. Even here where we can have wide releases of stuff, they still have some social distancing rules in the cinema. So it's a very...
have to face those today, folks.
Yeah. And the thing is, I actually wonder what the deal is with this movie in China. Because again, like I said, it clearly was aimed to be a very big success in the Chinese market. And so I wonder if they'll still have success with that. And I've actually heard a lot of reporting that in Hollywood these days, there are people who are like script supervisors and script editors, and they have to look out for certain like either buzzwords or comments in scripts that might in some way offend the Chinese government. And so there's this whole thing in Hollywood nowadays where you can't be particularly offensive to the Chinese Communist Party, which is the ruling party of China, because obviously they're communists and they're very like specific about how they want their country to be represented. And because China is such a big market for Hollywood movies, Hollywood says, look, we won't criticize you. We won't make fun of you, blah, blah, blah. So it's quite controversial, that sort of thing politically. But yeah, it's a very interesting thing for the future of the cinema industry in general, because I don't know what it's going to lead to.
Yeah, it's a weird time. I don't know. It's strange. Plus, when's stuff going to be filmed again? I know a few things are filming for stuff, but not a lot.
Well,
When's stuff
we
to
can talk about this now if you want. So Rob Pattinson,
Bat and Bat, yeah,
Rob Bat,
Rob Bat and Bat on the set of Batman
ate a bat.
Well, The disease came from a bat.
Yes, so they say.
Ironic.
Ironic indeed.
He's got coronavirus after a few days of production.
So they were filming. Yeah, that's the thing. So they were filming the Batman, and literally after a few days of resuming filming, I don't know why they stopped. Probably because of Corona.
How he got it.
He must have got it somehow because Rob the Bat has now been diagnosed with COVID-19, which is insane.
Honestly, I'm just saying this. Like, I was thinking the other day, like, obviously, I'm not saying this is like a joke or to laugh, but like, imagine if someone that big just died.
Yeah, I know. Well,
Mid-production.
there was actually a, and look, he's not, unfortunately wasn't that big of a celebrity, but he was a, big on Broadway. He was a big Broadway actor. Nick something. I feel terrible. I don't remember his name, but he was a big
Zach
friend.
Braff's friend.
Yeah, Zach Braff's friend. Yeah. So he was actually very popular on Broadway, and
crazy.
in the New York community, people knew him. It was terrible for him. He got COVID. He lost a leg. I think he might have lost both his legs.
What,
but
was it Corona?
they had to amputate it because of some blood flow thing. It was terrible. And then he died. He eventually died.
Fuck.
And so, you know,
Shit.
but that's a good example of like when a really famous person does die of it, you go, Jesus, that this ain't something to fuck around with, you know? Like, unfortunately, that's the way a lot of people think. They don't take it seriously unless it's either a loved one that they know or a famous person, you know? But that's the sad truth.
Yeah, I just hope nothing like that happens. Imagine mid-production like that happens.
I think it also shows that, you know, this whole COVID thing, it doesn't necessarily, I don't want to say it doesn't discriminate because obviously it affects poor people worse than it would affect rich people, but it's not like rich people are immune to it just because they're rich. You know, they can still get it. The Rock got it. Rob Bat got it. Tom Hanks got it, you know? So there's all these famous people who, you know, they're not immune to it just because they're rich. You can't buy your way out of it.
Nah.
And that's, I think, the craziest part is that everyone is prone to getting it. It's a wild thing.
Well, I saw they released another trailer for No Time to Die. So I guess that
James Bond, that's right.
Isn't it November they said they're going to run it out? November-ish?
Yes, I think November. I mean, again, November will be fine to have it a release, you know? That's why I'm like, bring all the movies to Australia. Just like let them air here.
I don't even want to
As long as we
it.
can keep the secret, then.
Do you want to see that?
I do, just for a laugh. I kind of want to see it in the same way I wanted to see Tenet. I was like, I know it'll be a big, fun blockbuster.
Well, I guess New Mutants is like why are we going to see New Mutants? Because we just kind of
yes,
want to.
100%.
It's like, it's there. We should just go see it. We need to go see Bill and Ted too. That's
I believe it's Bill and Ted 3.
Yeah, by the way, that's Bill and Ted 3, not Bill and Ted 2. Yeah, it's weird.
No, I'd love to face the music. Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Oh God, you're try.
No, I love the cinema and I love movies, and I just, my biggest hope with all this is that this whole Mulan thing doesn't become the normal. You know, like I just hope, I don't mind movies coming out on Netflix. I think that's fine, but you still have to have that live option. You know, there is nothing like going to the cinema and sitting with the big sound and the dark room and the fucking popcorn. Like that is just such a special experience. And I hope that doesn't go away.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird times, folks.
And also I have said this to you, like I think of the cinema, to me, like I feel like that actually provides a bit of a connection to the past as well, because sometimes like when I saw, okay, maybe Inception is not a great example, but I saw Ferris Bueller's Day Off in the cinema. And that was the first time I watched it, was in the cinema because they were playing it over again. And I get this sense when I'm sitting there, I think to myself, like, just imagine all the people sat in a cinema in 1980, you know, Dickety, whenever it came out. And I don't know, I just feel that connection to people. And I go, you know what? They shared this experience just like I have. And I think it connects you to your community, but also to the past in a way that sitting down on a couch watching a movie on Netflix just doesn't provide, you know?
No, it's totally taken away. I wish I saw the film I watched last night at the cinema, but I checked and nowhere was showing it.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have gone to see it
but,
Luna,
you know, and we've always talked about as well, like anyone that we know that like who saw the original Star Wars in cinema, that's amazing. We've always said we'll tell our kids about Mad Max, seeing that in cinema.
Head teacher, he'd seen it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, our old principal. Yeah, headmaster.
I remember how we were watching the trailer at recess, and you weren't supposed to have your phone out, but fuck it. Remember he came over and
he
was
walked
like,
past, and I remember we were
it was
expecting
so
him to
weird.
be
Yeah,
like,
he was like,
get off your phone, but he was like,
I remember when R2D2 made the first beep and the audience went,
yeah, I know. He suddenly whipped out this like cool guy persona. We were like, what?
Yeah, he didn't tell us off. He was just like, he's like, that takes me back when R2D2, he's in such like a R2D2 first beeped on the screen. Everyone gasped.
I love that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, no, but again, I think it connects the younger generations with the older generations. I think live performances do in general, but yeah, it's such a community thing that I really hope comes back. Obviously, the tough thing about Corona is that it specifically is bad for community spread and stuff. So I understand.
I mean, you're invited to. We're having like a huge party next weekend. Like, we're gonna do this shit. Like,
yeah, that's right. In WA, we get to do it because we're basically COVID safe.
I'm gonna be performing live, which I fucking love, and it's like we're having like
that kind of human connection. Yeah,
all in the same room. It's like, what?
And you know what? To think about how many countries and how many families around the world can't do that. They can't celebrate their 60th, their 40th, their 21st, their 18th, their fucking 80th. Like, they can't celebrate any of those big milestones because, you know, whether it's because of their, you know, government mismanagement or whatever it is. And that's terrible. And I feel horrible for those people. I feel so blessed that we are in a safe enough community and safe enough state that we can do that sort of shit. Because I feel very, very lucky about that.
Papa bless to
absolutely
to our boy in charge, Mark McGowan.
Oh, king.
For keeping us
safe. Thank you, king.
He is king. You dropped this, king.
So I wanted to tell you something.
Yeah.
I have started Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Okay. I saw on the thing Curb, so I was like, of course you have. That's great. The new trousers. It's the erection in the cinema.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, great episode.
I disagree.
Wow, okay.
Oh, sorry. I was looking for the
Bruh.
There, that's what I was
Wait, how many have you watched? Just the first one?
So here's something that I was going to say. So we actually watched the original HBO special, Larry David Curb Your Enthusiasm, which you haven't watched.
No, I haven't. No.
And one day you should, I reckon, because it's very funny, but it's they take a slightly different approach. And I guess I don't want to spoil it for you if you ever do watch it, but it's a bit different from the main series. But anyway, so we watched the original special.
It's old, hey.
Yeah, it is. And then we've started Curb. So we've only watched the first episode, but we are going to watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. Hey. It's very funny though.
It's great.
And I think
it's such a great show.
I think what makes Seinfeld so good is that a lot of the humor and a lot of the social situations in Seinfeld are just human situations, and so they're still relatable today to an audience. And I think honestly that's pretty true with Curb as well. Like that whole thing about the pants and like getting awkward at the cinema with someone, you know, that whole situation is so relatable to everyone, and it's a very, very interesting show.
It's a great show. I recommend that to a lot of people.
And even it's so funny when she's like, "Go on, Larry, tell him who you are. Tell him what you created." He's like, "No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do." They don't rely on Larry David's like famousness to make the show funny. It comes
up
good.
a bit.
Oh, I'm sure it would.
Funny,
I'm sure it would.
So it's like you'll hear a lot. Like they'll mention actors who he's worked with, and he'll mention.
Oh, because he phones someone and he's like, "Hi, I'm Larry David. I created Seinfeld."
Yeah.
Wait, that's a weird thing to say. Why would you say that?
Yeah.
You watched it, you didn't like it. Why would you say that?
He defends the final in the show a lot as well.
Yeah, he does. And you know what? So that was the other thing. Okay, so that was the other thing I wanted to bring up. So the reason we started Curb Your Enthusiasm is because Kath was watching Seinfeld and she finished Seinfeld. But I told her, when you watch the finale, let me sit in and I'll watch it with you.
The jail cell.
Yeah, so we watched it together, and I actually think it's a great finale. I think it's very good. I don't know why I need to give this context, but I'm a fan of the Sopranos finale as well. So I think that because the Sopranos finale and the Seinfeld finale are both quite controversial. And so I feel like the fact that here's what I like about both of them. I think clearly they were influenced by the creators, and it was the creators' vision. And I just personally have a lot of respect when I see a finale that was true to what the creator wanted and fits with the show, if that makes sense.
Right.
And you can tell that the creator cared about the show enough to end it that way. And I think it's a really funny finale. I think it's really good. I think the fans didn't like it because I guess traditionally you want like a happy ending, I guess. I'm talking about the Seinfeld one.
Right.
But the way it ends is just so perfectly Seinfeld. Like it is literally what Seinfeld is. Like it encapsulates the heart of Seinfeld as a show.
He defends it. Like,
yeah, I think you should defend it. I think it's a great finale.
it's either series 5 or 6. I watched it all in like 3 months, but like I think it's 5 or 6 is the Seinfeld reunion series, and that might be my favorite. I think
I'm very keen for that.
Either series 3 or 5 is they're all very good. But I think series 3 he does like a Broadway play, which is really cool.
Okay, I'm keen for that.
That's 3 or 4. See, I watched it so quickly, I don't even know.
I know it's a bit of a
3
blur,
or 4, but I think or 5 or 6 is the Seinfeld reunion. The Seinfeld reunion season is fucking hilarious. But that's when a lot of the jokes about like Kramer saying on the N word and like Larry defending the final. That's when all the
Seinfeld related jokes.
Yeah, that's when all they come in, and that's where like Jerry actually becomes like a character, not just a cameo.
It's funny because I saw an article or something that said apparently that Seinfeld episode in Curb was kind of Larry's attempt at like a do-over of the finale in a way.
Right.
Yeah, but
yeah, it kind of feels like that. It's funny because they're all like, we don't want to mess up this final, and it's like, what do you mean? It wasn't a bad final.
Hey, what are you talking about?
He defends it all the time. It's like, it wasn't a bad final. It was good.
No, I love it. I thought it was really fun. At least
you're self-aware, I guess.
Yeah. I think that's what I like about Larry. He's very self-aware.
Like, if people didn't like it, I guess it's like, okay.
When does the show go into HD? Not that it matters that much, but
I think it's series 7 or 8.
Really? Wow. So
It's
they take a long time.
When it changes, you're just like, what? Yeah, I think it's 7.
That's
or
hilarious.
8. It might be 8. Yeah, it might be 8 or 7, one of those. But yeah, it does just happen to
That's so funny.
change. And when it does, my dad's calling me. When it does change, it kind of takes you by surprise after watching like 7 to 8 seasons of it just like not being in HD.
In that sort of 4:3,
just boxed, and then like you get like a widescreen. You're like, when the HBO logo becomes widescreen, you're like, oh shit! And I never checked. I never checked. Every season would start, and I'd be like, is it going to be in HD?
That's so funny.
And I did that for like 7 or 8 seasons, and then it finally flipped. And I was like,
that's really interesting.
The show goes in some really cool places, and even the latest seasons are like really good.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
awesome.
I'm very excited to hear what you say. It'd be cool for you to remind me of some cool plots that happen in the show, because even I forget sometimes.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of them they slip over your head. No.
Yeah, there's some cool things that I'm looking forward to you to see. But
no, I'm very keen. I'm very glad.
It is quite old, and that can sometimes be difficult because it's very fucking old when it first starts.
But I think the beauty of clearly Larry's talent, both working on Seinfeld but also in Curb, is that he can write social situations that are universal to everyone, that I think a lot of people relate to. And you know what's really interesting?
He barely ages.
You know what I was going to tell you that's interesting? So Larry actually left the show. Larry David left Seinfeld after series 7. Right. And they got 9 seasons. And then Larry came back just to write the finale. So series 8 and 9 of Seinfeld Larry David has no involvement in.
I feel like
except for the very last episode of the show, which he writes.
He's been old for so long that he doesn't age. Like,
it's so weird, hey.
The whole of the season, like, he doesn't.
How old is he?
He looks pretty good, but like he must be in these like 60s,
but it's so funny because he looks old in series 1. Which was filmed in like 2000.
I know.
That was 20 years ago. That was when he's 73 now.
So young Larry David, it's the weirdest thing you'll ever see.
Oh, it is so weird.
He has this kind of similar hair, but it's kind of.
So in the first season of Curb, he's 53 years old.
Wow. Yeah,
but
this is just bizarre, isn't it?
This is Larry David when he was.
I love it. It's mad.
It's crazy, man.
Like, he's always had like the receding hairline. Like,
that is wild.
It is bizarre.
He looks so funny. Like, he is just a funny looking dude. In a good way. I mean, I love him. I think he's so hilarious. But
He's like my favorite person, I reckon. He's so funny. Curb is just
no, he
so
is a
funny.
talent. He really is a talent.
Curb, like you'll watch it and it will start to take over your life in a way. It'll be like you'll never treat social situations the same again. I generally think that.
Yeah, I think he deconstructs them so well.
Every time you get in an awkward situation, you almost feel like standing up for yourself. Like, like if you get in a situation where you feel like you're not in the wrong, whether that's true or not, I now always go, what do you mean? Like, I always have to be.
It's so funny, isn't it?
I always have to be such a twat about it.
When you have someone like Larry David who just completely deconstructs and like rips apart all social situations, I think that's hilarious.
Got a text my mom saying, we just bought a caravan. It happened, folks.
They bought the caravan.
Yeah.
Wow. Is the stag gone?
No, I guess it'll be going soon though. I know, I'm upset, man. I'm as upset as you. Like, I'm more upset.
RIP to the stag. You know what we need to do?
Please don't tell me.
We need to do a video memorial for the stag to play.
One last ride.
Yeah, we got to film a little one last ride clip.
One for the road.
So sweet of you. Okay, so you had a video that you wanted me to play on this
Pause. Context time.
Okay.
All right.
Give us the context, my friend.
I wish we had some spooky background music, but
Ooh.
all right. Last week, I, Conor Hannum, was Snapchatting my friend Mitchell.
Okay.
And what we do is we just talk to each other on Snapchat. When we run out of stuff to do or like talk about, we basically just go down our meme files on our like library.
Okay.
Snapchat does this thing where you can go down the whole library really quickly.
Okay.
And you know what I mean? Like pick memes out.
Okay.
Stuff. That's what I was doing. I was chatting to Mitchell and he was sending memes. I sent a meme back. I was scrolling through my library on Snapchat, looking at memes I can send. And I got to March of this year.
Okay.
Specifically when we had Aiden Green on the show, Green Productions, my other co-host, great friend of ours. And then I noticed something really weird in the background of the first frame of the video. Now, what I'm about to show you is something that I put up on my Instagram story.
Oh, you put it up what, yesterday or something?
No, I put this up in my Instagram story in March.
Oh, okay.
When we had him on.
Right.
I didn't think anything of it. No one messaged me about it. I have some context to it now, but show the video, you watch it, and then you tell me what you think is wrong with it. If you want to show the audience as well.
So this is the start. So I could already see something a bit phooey. Oh no! Should I bleep that?
Probably should.
I'll write that down.
He is a bit phooey.
So okay, let me press play.
Okay, so it's very quick.
Oh my god, that is so creepy.
Okay, so
this is in the back is presumably what we're looking at. Oh my god.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
I can now see it's behind on the thing.
I just noticed that too. Yeah.
Here's what doesn't make sense to me.
Okay.
Now that I've seen that, I can now see it's in the background of the thing. I know the lighthouse is there now and Nathan Drake was more that way. But that's Nathan's ass.
So do you want to take a photo?
I know. We have to get some context.
I'll airdrop it. So do that. Maybe go 2 times. Zoom in. Or actually do a video of like wide and then zoom it in. Because so basically I think we have solved it. So again, for context,
we
this
have
is the
solved
creepy
it, but
shit.
there's also something else I need to bring up.
Which, by the way, it definitely looks like, oh my god, look, that frame there.
Yeah.
That looks like it's moved.
That's what I'm saying. It's moving.
Oh no, wait. I think I've solved this too. Look at this cord. This cord moves as the back cord moves. Hold on, you can't see the cord. This cord here moves.
It's weird.
When she moves at the back. So I think it's that the phone did this.
Well,
it's sort of like turned that way. Oh man.
Can you play that again, please?
I'll show the...
I had a few problems with this. Number one, where's the background of the drawing? Like, sorry.
Oh, fuck. Do I have to bleep it again?
Let's bleep it again.
Yeah,
Where's the background of the drawing? It looks very. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. It almost looks like a PNG version of the picture.
It's very strange. I will give you that.
But it almost looks too close. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, that is.
It looks too close.
Ugh, that is weird.
It looks like.
Oh, let's see. So obviously that ass there is
that's Nathan Drake's ass.
That's our Nathan Drake. If we can, yeah, there.
Yeah, and it's by the way that's moved forward here because we put the lighthouse in.
Yes.
But regardless of that, where's the white background of the picture?
Okay, so this in the corner, I believe is that, and I'll try and get a photo, but it's that dress there, I think. Or
that's never moved.
I'm pretty sure that is a dress that Kath was working on at the time that she was keeping there. Like a dress that she was.
No, that's never moved. That's never moved.
Oh, no, I know what it is.
What?
It's this. It's the mask. It's the back of the mask.
Ah.
This guy that we have. That
So
I don't
the
even
back-
know if this is in our frame. Look.
So the back of the
It's
mask.
covering my face right now.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
So that's the back of the mask.
That's why the picture's coloured, but
Yes, so
it just
that
me?
must be the back of the mask.
is it just me or is it just the camera work? But does it look
Wow.
like it moves?
It 100% look like it's moving.
It's really
Especially
weird.
when it's half cut off.
I know it's looking. It's
That
really
is
weird.
so creepy.
Is it creepy or not?
That is the creepiest shit ever. I actually have no idea why Kath even has that.
I was going to say, I don't want to freak anyone out here, but can we get some context to
I don't know. I'll have to
that
ask
photo?
Kath because I genuinely don't know why the fuck she has that. I'll actually give her a text. I'll send her that photo. Maybe I'll send her the video and I'll say, "What is this, by the way?"
It looks creepy. I don't even like to stare at it anymore, to be honest with you. It looks very bizarre.
It is creepy.
It's like, oh, I don't even like to look at it. It's really weird. And it follows my camera.
It does. It does.
The eyes are moving almost.
It is very, very strange.
We'll have to. It's loading. But yeah,
That's so funny that you
But it's bizarre.
that you got that on camera.
You know, I've had that for months and I've never looked at it. And then I was randomly
So
scrolling
weird.
through my phone and I saw that face on it. I was like, the hell is this?
The camera work is almost perfect that you did. Ah, fuck. Hold on. Let me try airdrop the video.
Man,
to
airdropping
myself.
on this shit never works.
my video.
Well, I wanted to ask you because I've never gotten any bad vibes from this room. Sometimes I walk into houses and sometimes I get bad vibes from places. I've never got any bad vibes from this room, but have you ever noticed anything spooky about this house? Because other people have lived in here before. And by the way, I'm not a ghostly ghoul kind of guy. I don't like that kind of shit.
Okay.
But have you ever noticed anything strange happening in this house or in this room? Because that is a bit bizarre. I'm sorry. I don't know how to describe that.
Not me personally. I'm a very suspicious person. Well, when I say suspicious, I mean I'm very skeptical of that whole ghost stuff. So
Same.
I probably wouldn't notice it even if it was there. I'd probably try and find some explanation for it. But no, I've never noticed it. But that is weird. I'll definitely ask her about that.
I never noticed that picture being there, to be honest.
Hold on, we've done this before. I'll message this to myself or something and then I'll get it up on Facebook.
The reason why I didn't think that photo was there is because I've never noticed it before. It's almost always been there and not me. I've never looked at it personally. So when that came up, honestly,
That is so strange.
I've had 7 people in the last 12 hours beg me to ask you what that is. And I said to them, I have a show to run and I have to ask you on the show. But people are going to be...
That is weird.
Now look, regardless if
That
it
is
is
weird.
Regardless if it is a photo or not,
That is like a great and a terrifying video because
it moves. It moves.
It perfectly is so creepy and weird. That is wild. That is
I texted
a wild
Aiden,
video.
I texted Mitch. My whole family looked at it.
That
family,
is
friends
scary.
looked at it. There's literally like 8 people who are waiting for me to text them back.
bruh. Oh, That shit is very creepy. I will fully admit it. I'm not here to deny it.
I'm like you. I'm not superstitious. I wouldn't bring this up on the show unless it was legitimately a thing that kind of spooked me. But
It's a spooky ass video. It's a very spooky video.
So it's not just me going crazy. Do you think it moves?
Again, because the way I could see the cord and stuff, I think I get why it looks like it moves. But again, the way it looks like it moves, that shit is creepy as fuck.
Even if I could try like on my phone to like zoom in on it now and see if it like does the same thing. Like,
it's a weird, it's like an optical illusion. Think about it like if you do like that, you know? And maybe if you put, it's weird, bro. Oh, here we go. I got it to work. Okay, so this is our
not like it did.
This is our current day. So we have everything filming here. Oh god, can we turn the sound up? I'll fucking remove the sound and post. So, oh yeah, true. So that's what we're looking at. That's what we're talking about, and that's the mask as well. So this is. So a couple of things for context. So this is the dress that I was saying that Kath. That's what I thought, but it wasn't that. It was actually this mask that was in shot. This mask, and behind the mask, and at the time behind Nathan Drake, which is here.
The lighthouse wasn't there.
And the lighthouse wasn't there yet. So that is what we're talking about. This little poster.
Creepy ass photo.
It's a creepy fucking poster. I have no idea why she has that there. I'll have to ask her. I think it's some sort of fashion like inspiration or something, but that is fucking strange. That's our beers as well.
Yeah, that only doesn't get seen.
Yeah, I know. That's a little bit of a behind the scenes. We should do a bit of a behind the scenes. That's the Breaking Bad poster you guys never see either. Yeah, we should do a little behind the scenes as well. Dan? The original video. I will do it for the sake of...
Because I just think...
That shit is creepy though.
So you understand what I'm saying? Because, okay, now we know it's a photo. I originally didn't think there was even a photo, which would have been even more weirder.
That would have been spooky as shit. That would have been spooky shit.
I didn't think that there was a video, but now we know there is. Sorry.
And that frame, that fucking opening frame, oh, that's like a creepypasta, man. Do you know the like that shit is like internet lore right there. Oh my God. Oh my God. It looks like it fucking moves. The thing is, okay, but again, here's the explanation. You can see, no, but look at the cable. Look at this cable at front. And I'll let the player go away well, it doesn't matter, but look at this cable here. Yeah. This cable, the way that the cable moves matches the way that she moves. Yeah. So it's got to be something to do with the camera perspective, if that makes sense. Did you get what I'm saying?
Have you seen the eyes though?
That's fucking creepy, bro. Dude, those eyes and the way they're like, because it's dark, they look blacked out.
Yeah,
oh my God, that's so creepy.
Just quickly, look at the eyes though.
Oh my God.
Look at the eyes.
And you know what's worse as well? Is the fact that it's cropped out so that between Nathan and the mask, all you can see is her. Like if you could see the full poster, I think it would be less creepy. But the fact that the only thing you can fucking see is her face. Oh my God, that shit is creepy, dude. Oh, that is so weird.
I still don't know what to think, but
you don't buy it.
No, I do buy it, but I still think that it's a bit odd.
It is a bit odd, frankly. I won't deny it.
I'm glad I finally got to tell you that because
no, that is fucking
it's been
weird.
Eating me up for the last like day, not being able to talk about it.
Oh God!
And I guess that kind of gives it. I don't know. I guess it kind of explains it, but I don't know.
That is very very creepy.
I think it's very very fucking bizarre. I guess. Do you know what? I was gonna leave that till we do like a Halloween special or something. But I was like,
yeah, that would be.
But I was like, but I can't wait this long to get an answer.
Maybe we could show that as like a little throwback on the Halloween.
Yeah,
special.
And maybe give like more of a context to it and see if we figured out any. Do you know what? I keep looking at it and it's terrifying me. It's really strange.
It is weird. Maybe I'll put like in Zombieland they put tape over the eyes.
Yeah,
so maybe I'll do that.
Oh God, it gives me the heebie-jeebies.
So what's this next video that you've sent me?
Oh, that was for when you showed me the art. It's just Dave looking at it going.
Oh, so this was Connor's original reaction to the new channel art, basically. So this is just a short little video. Well, this was Dave's initial reaction.
Hold on a second. Connor's clearly dead last.
Dave's trying to get me to send something.
Dead last, but unfortunately he's not.
Are you saying like Connor's my number one on Instagram?
Are you filming?
Yes.
Okay. Dave, tell me what you think of this. Connor hasn't
This is
seen
Dave's
it.
live reaction to. This is our next guest, by the way. Dave will be coming on the podcast soon.
What do you think of this? Do you like this? This is our new. This is gonna be our new banner for the podcast. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Is it good?
It's pretty good.
It's a great review.
I rate it.
Oh, I nearly saw it, but
I rate
Why
that.
are we sitting in front of the fireplace?
So hot, yeah.
What's the word?
There you go.
trust like that.
That's us having a fat laugh at the
That's
local.
the Winchester, by the way.
Yeah, that is. That's the Winchester.
Not
I was
nice.
looking around. There was no fucking logos or anything, so we're all safe there.
Oh, I see.
Because I was worried. I was like,
Yeah, good
oh,
point,
we're
good
about to
point.
dox ourselves, but now we're fine. Yeah, that's our local. But yeah, that was the mate's reaction to the logo. So I'm pretty happy. I think it's a good new logo, and I'm happy to have it. So 2 things I wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
First thing is just a short thing. The other day I was
Can you talk while I go to the toilet?
yeah. I was repurposing some of my documents and stuff, just putting them in a folder and just making sure I have all my shit sorted.
Yeah.
And I came across a little booklet that we got at the end of graduation in year 12. And it was a booklet of warm fuzzies, which for those who don't know is just basically nice messages that everyone in our year group had to write for other students. And then they got put in this big template, and then we got a book with all of our fuzzies from all of the other students that wrote about us. And you know what? It honestly made me so happy, and it made me warm and fuzzy. Okay. It really made me warm and fuzzy to read over all these people, what they thought of me in year 12, what expectations they had for me, how much they believed in me, how much they thought I could accomplish. It was very, very flattering. It was really nice to read. And I just wanted to bring that up because I thought it was a really nice thing that I saw. There were a lot of people saying like, Dan, we'll see you on Broadway. We'll see you on TV where you belong. All this really sweet shit. There was one comment and someone said, there's no one else in our year who is as comfortable in his skin as you.
What a load of fucking crap.
Hey,
Anything
you know,
more fucking bizarre in my life. Maybe
You know
on some
what?
bizarro planet. I was there in the background, and I can tell you,
well, you know
you were a
what?
depressed piece of shit in year 12, just like me.
Look, appearances can be deceiving. That's the point of that.
Who
but
said that?
I don't know. That one was anonymous.
I don't trust like that.
Yeah, some of them are anonymous.
So it's funny, it is anonymous, but if you really want to tell, I have the actual physical book, and they're all in alphabetical order. So you could count.
You could go through.
You could count, like, say if it was like the 18th
You
person.
could whittle it down.
Yeah, the 18th one fuzzy, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4 with the names in the back. 5, 6, 7, and you get to 18. People did that for me, and I was like, try and hide from me, motherfucker.
That's
I
interesting.
don't think
Okay.
so. And I went,
Interesting. Because, and you know, one thing, I don't know if I should say his name, but actually, no, I'll say his name because we're okay now. But Andrew is a guy who we were really good friends in year 12. And then we had a falling out that was a little bit ugly. And then like a couple of maybe, I don't know, like almost a year ago now, but a couple of months ago at the very least,
in February.
I think it was earlier this year. We saw each other at the club.
Yeah, it was in February.
Yeah, we saw each other at the club and things were fine. He was just like, hey man, how you going? What you been up to? And I said, I was like, I'm sorry about everything. He was like, nah, I'm sorry for being a twat. And we were all fine, you know, like I think we both said, let's just forget about it and move on. We're not close anymore, obviously, because we had the falling out, but we're in a good place. But anyway, I read his message that he left me in year 12 and it was so sweet. It was so lovely. Yeah, just a lot of really, really nice messages. It was I'm not a nostalgic guy and I wouldn't have gone out of my way to do that. It's just because I was filing shit, but I looked at it and I just took a moment to appreciate it. And it was really nice. It was a very, very nice thing to do.
Right. Yeah. I found all my old ones on that USB that I used to get the video that we showed on Thursday's show. I had all my old ones that I wrote to people on there. I had to save it to like a USB, so I saved it on there. I didn't really want to put the people, but I think last year when I was cleaning out my room, I found my ones. So
Yeah, it's sweet, isn't it?
remember when Aiden said he cried reading them?
Ah,
Everyone called him a Suki Lala. We were mean at Aiden back in the day.
I don't think I would.
No,
have called him
Declan called him a Suki
Yeah,
Lala.
that's right.
I think we laughed.
we encouraged the bullying.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we shouldn't have. We shouldn't have.
No, poor Aiden. I love Aiden. We're on great terms.
Nah, his was very sweet. Yours was very sweet. Yours was actually really nice. That's part of the reason I wanted to bring it up.
What did I say?
You said a really, really sweet thing. I don't know if I should
Dan,
say it.
you massive twat. What did I say?
No, you said something really, really nice. You said something like,
I won't get upset.
you said something like, Dan, I don't want to exaggerate it, but you said something like, Dan, I consider you one of my mentors or something. You know, you
Yeah. I
great
still
guy,
do.
lovely guy. And it was really, really nice. I
still
really
do.
appreciated that, you know. And you just
Oh,
said,
yeah, I did say that.
yeah, you were like, you know, thanks for everything. And I really hope we stay friends and everything. It was just a really nice
Yeah,
message. Very, very
I
sweet.
stand by that. I stand by that.
I love it. I am warm and fuzzy.
I
right
do
now.
trust like that. I am Harry right now.
So I wanted to show this little video, short little video.
Yep.
I don't want to put anything
Oh, I
up
think I
just
know
yet.
what you're going to show me.
Have you seen it?
Yes, I see all these videos. You like them on Twitter and it comes up. on my
Yeah,
feed.
I was wondering
Anything
if
you
I should like it because
Sometimes if you want to surprise me, I don't like it.
I thought you would see it, but I just thought it would still be worth showing. So this is basically
It is classic New York.
this is a New York fucking rat video.
Man, these rats in New York.
So funny. So this is a rat fighting a pigeon. So the rat and the pigeon are having a fight, and then some random ass guy comes in. So I thought it was a hilarious ass video. Oh, and then yeah, the person filming the video asked the pigeon, "Are you all right?"
So it's a rat dead.
No, I'm not sure. I think the rat ran away,
Man,
but
that rat got a clog.
this guy, and this is a comedian, Ronnie Cheng, very funny comedian. You should watch the special on Netflix, which is really funny. But he perfectly encapsulated this tweet. He said, So the original tweet said, "This might be the most New York shit I've ever seen," down to the hit out of nowhere. Ronnie said, "So many layers to this. New York rats don't give a fuck. New Yorkers will stand up for others, even if they are annoying, i.e. pigeons. New Yorkers improvise and adapt, weapons made from garbage. The rat brushed off the brutal hit like it was nothing, and the person asking the pigeon if it was okay afterwards." And he also said, "Not sure if the guy was trying to kill both pigeon and rat at the same time. Pigeon walks off after the attack casually, and the New York rat is bigger than the pigeon, and that isn't even the most important part of the video."
That's crazy.
So I think that's a pretty hilarious encapsulation of New York, and I just thought that was quite a fun little thing to share because maybe one day we'll be lucky enough to live in a fucking place like
To
that.
see a rat fight a pigeon. Man, those New York City rats
dear.
are fucking crazy.
No, they are. They're wild.
I
eh?
was in a roof this week and I'm 9% sure there are rats in there. Big fuckers too.
Oh, those big
God,
fucking rats. Can
there's
be.
some, like, I was in Scarbs.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
how to say. And I was in the roof and it was just, ugh.
No, that shit can be
Heebie-jeebies.
creepy.
And you know what? You know, I said I don't get bad vibes about this room. I got bad vibes about that house.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, when you just walk into a room and you go, I don't feel comfortable in here. I don't normally get it with houses.
yeah, sometimes I get that.
I've had it with a few. And that one on the, so much the main room, there was a bathroom and it was just like, ugh, I don't feel good. I don't feel safe in here.
That's
So,
creepy.
Yeah.
You watched a movie called I'm Thinking of Ending Things.
I did.
Do you want to start your mouth? I'm going to go to the toilet.
I really, 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 really liked it. Dan hasn't seen it yet. I'm upset as I really want him to watch it. I'd love to watch it with you if you want to at some point. Because I don't think it can be a movie that you watch one night because it's not, there's no jump scares, there's no blood, not really, but it's incredibly disturbing and just insanely creepy. The performances are amazing. The script is fantastic. It's directed to perfection. The cinematography is beautiful. The score, the music. There's a lot of dancing scenes in it as well. And the dancing is just it's like it's choreographed to a key. It is just beautiful. And the aspect ratio is the same as The Lighthouse. If I could compare this movie to any movie, it would probably be The Lighthouse, but also I could compare it to movies like, I don't know, they're very different to The Lighthouse and like Hereditary and movies like Midsommar and even Mother. It reminded me of the film Mother. But it's insanely disturbing. A lot of it's even set in a car. It almost plays out Oh, actually, I won't say that. That might be a bit of a spoiler. But it sets out some amazing, just like it sets up stories really well, and a lot of it's set in a car. It's some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sets, and just the snow's falling down. But it's insanely creepy, very disturbing. I want to watch it with you because I genuinely just can't wait to see your reactions.
Well,
because I think it's creepy as fuck.
Yeah, it has the actress from Hereditary as well, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, Toni Collette.
Yeah,
Great
Toni Collette,
actress.
yeah, it's got some great people in it. Jesse Plemons is in it, which is sick.
Who?
Jesse Plemons.
Oh, I love Jesse
Plays Todd.
Plemons. You know, I saw a tweet about Jesse Plemons the other day, and it was like, Jesse Plemons is like the only guy in Hollywood who just looks like a regular dude.
Yeah, literally. He is brilliant in it. The whole cast is
So this
fantastic.
new movie is a Charlie Kaufman movie, and Charlie Kaufman's quite famous for his kind of weird scripts and everything. And I actually have not watched many Charlie Kaufman movies. It says here he's done. He is the creator of Being John Malkovich, which I think I own that movie.
Yeah, you do on
Apple TV, and I've never watched it. I haven't watched it. Adaptation, which I've heard is very good. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which I haven't watched either. None of these I've
I've
watched.
seen that.
Oh yeah, do you like that?
Yeah, it's with Jim Carrey and stuff.
Cynic.
And,
Oh, that's right.
What's
That's
her
right.
name from Titanic? Sorry, great actress.
Kate Winslet. Yeah,
Kate
yeah,
Winslet. Yeah.
Cynic Doke, I guess, or Doge, New York.
Doge.
And so this one I have watched, Anomalisa. So, and then I'm thinking of Ending Things 2020. So this movie I've watched called Anomalisa. This is very good, and I think you would like this. I really
It's his
enjoyed
last
that.
film, wasn't it?
Yes, this was the one he made before Anomalisa.
The guy who plays the father in this, his name escapes me, but he's the main actor in this.
Okay, interesting.
And he plays the father in he plays one of the professors in Harry Potter.
This,
Yeah.
yeah. So this,
He becomes a werewolf
movie-
in Harry Potter.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So this movie, this stop motion movie, from what I remember, it really
You made a
clever. Yeah, it does a very clever way of deconstructing kind of like a midlife crisis in a way, but it's very, very interesting. Very interesting
You'll love
movie.
This movie.
I think you would like this as well.
I want to watch that.
You should, because it's stop motion, and it's very well done, the stop motion, because they don't just do stop motion, but they also address the fact that it's stop motion. It's very, very cool.
I can't wait to watch this film with you. And this isn't a spoiler, but the main character, the actress, the woman, doesn't have a name. Her name like changes throughout the movie. There's, like
interesting.
how they met changes.
You know, and
It's almost like
that reminds me a lot of this movie.
Yeah,
here.
it's
yeah.
like there's this. They're like sitting down for dinner and they're talking about how they met, and then like a minute
Yeah.
later, it's like it changes and her name changes. And
Oh
like,
wow, that's cool.
you know what? It's a film that I'm so excited to watch again because I feel like it is like The Lighthouse, where you want to watch it so many times because, like, you know, even parts of today,
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm sitting down, I'm like, so what did that mean? What did this mean? What did that mean? What did this mean? Here's the thing: you're gonna go
Cool.
into it. It's like you need to treat it like you're in the cinema. It's not a movie you can be on your phone.
No.
Like I personally, I was
Really
literally
get into it.
alone last night watching it, which I feel like was a great atmosphere. I wasn't on my phone, but I was on my phone a bit, but I was like, I was completely watching the movie, but I
Okay.
had to have something else in front of me because it was so disturbing.
Yeah.
It's such a psychological horror. Again, this is a movie, by the way, which completely has no jump scares, no blood and gore. It's purely like just disturbing. Very disturbing. I can't
Wow.
wait to see. I'd love to watch it with you because
I'm very interested.
I want to see your reaction to some of the most bizarre cinema I think I've ever seen. And
I love
don't-
that.
I
You know
don't
that's my
like it
shit.
as-
That's my jam. Yeah.
If you like The Lighthouse,
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
fuck with this.
No, I love all
You'll
that kind
love
of
it.
stuff. I love stuff like that. I know
It's
look,
very much like The Lighthouse.
Parasite's not that like out there, but like stuff like
almost reminded
that,
me of
stuff like
Parasite.
you know, I
in
think
a way, with the whole twist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even like I said, that movie Anomalisa, I really like that. And I remember when I
Yeah.
watched that, I remember thinking that is one of the most unique movies I've seen in a long time. And I still do think that movie was very, very unique. It was very much its own thing. And I actually have not seen other movies like that. It's a very interesting film.
I think, okay, here's the thing. I think The Lighthouse is one of my favorite movies ever. I didn't like it as much as The Lighthouse, but I think it's up there with. I know not a lot of movies come out this year, but it's one of the most
And that's-
unique movies I've ever seen. just like The Lighthouse, I think it's one of the most unique movies, and I really fucking loved it.
That's also how I look at something like The Lighthouse. I think The Lighthouse is so its own thing.
It's funny, when I was watching it, I was like, I'm not sure if I love it. I like it, but I don't know if I love it. And it was the same with The Lighthouse.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not sure if I love it, but I like it. Then when I finished it, I was like, fucking love that.
I don't know if there's something about that like letterboxed aspect ratio, but I think that's so great when filmmakers do that because
it is in Letterboxd. Well, no, like not Letterboxd, like the square. Sorry.
Yeah, there's almost like a square. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when there's a movie called The Nightingale, which is actually directed by Jennifer Kent, who directed The Babadook,
Right.
which I also really like. The Babadook.
I never saw this. Apparently, it was really fucked up.
The Nightingale. So The Nightingale. Well, look, the
This is
plot.
really graphic.
It was very graphic, but the plot, maybe not the plot, but the premise is fairly. I don't want to say basic, but you can see where the stereotypical storyline is. Like it's a pretty traditional. You have your protagonist; they're on a mission, and they have a companion and blah blah. You know, it's fairly generic in that sense. But the way it's done, the way it's filmed, the way it's acted, very very
Wait a
good
minute,
movie.
did you
That was a
watch-
very interesting movie.
This thing. Did you watch the trailer?
No, I didn't. Well, I remember I saw
well-
the trailer in cinemas years ago, but I didn't watch
No,
it
I
when it
mean,
came out.
I'm thinking of anything.
No, I
okay,
haven't.
I wouldn't. Not saying it spoils anything,
Yeah.
but I almost wish
For me, I go.
It's a movie you need to watch, I think, with it's going to be weird. But
I think to myself, when there's a movie that I know I want to watch, why watch the trailer? If I'm going to watch it anyway, do you know what I mean?
It
Like,
didn't spoil. It really didn't spoil much, but I think. Look, I'm going to say it. Favorite film of this year so far.
wow,
I haven't really
interesting.
seen much, to be fair, but
Yeah,
I think I fucking love it. I can't
That's
wait
awesome.
to watch
That's
it.
amazing.
I'm giddy, right? I'm excited. I just want you to watch it, and I want to hear what you have to say.
Oh, that's amazing.
There are so many things like The Lighthouse where you go, "What did this mean? What did that mean? What did this mean?"
Oh,
What does
great,
It
great.
plays with time. It fucks your mind up. It's insanely creepy, disturbing, weird. It will shock you in many ways, and I'm so excited for you to watch it.
I love that kind of shit, and I'm
You
always.
will. I know. It's literally the film for us. Like, I'm like, Lighthouse similarities.
I'm always
there.
way more down for like a Lighthouse, Uncut Gems.
Yes.
Thinking of Ending Things,
Yeah.
Anomalisa.
Yeah.
Fucking Nightingale, Parasite, all those kinds of movies that are so much more unique and so clearly not like big blockbusters. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't mind those movies. I have
Dude,
fun with them.
I'd watch what I watched last
But-
night 10 times over what we're going to go see today.
Those movies are absolutely my cup of tea. Like that is what I fucking live for. And that is what I consider cinema, you know?
I
And
call them like
shit
a
like The
psychological
Farewell
horror.
and Midsommar and Hereditary and just, I mean, a lot of A24 movies, frankly.
Yeah, it blew my mind. It wasn't
Oh,
A24.
Also, so I know I messaged you about this last night. I watched Eric Andre's comedy special last night.
Oh, so you watched Legalize Everything?
Yeah.
I thought you watched Legalize Ranch.
No, that's what I meant when I said
Oh,
legalized.
no, I didn't know you
ranch.
watched the special.
No, I watched the special. Yeah,
oh,
so I
the
watched,
FaceTime at the end.
Yeah. So I watched.
Crazy, isn't it?
It's wild. So
It's crazy.
I watched
the Mangina.
Eric Andre's. Yeah, the Mangina. Yeah, Eric Andre's special on Netflix. Legalize everything.
Legalize
it's
Everything.
hilarious. It's very off the wall and
It's
very
bizarre.
It's very
crazy.
weird, but I love that
It's
kind of shit. I think
crazy.
it's so funny.
The Tupac hologram.
Yeah, I know. Very, very hilarious. But
Right, I thought you watched Legalize
so the
Ranch.
reason- no, so the-
like, minute skit.
the reason I brought that up is because whenever I watch a movie or a comedy special, I usually, when the credits come up, I just go play credits because it's not that I like to watch the credits, but I like to give it a minute to settle in, and I'd rather let it settle in than fucking let Netflix play a random ass trailer. But I put the credits on, and it got to the end of the credits, and it turned out the A24 logo came up on Eric Andre's Legalize Everything. And so I was like, what? So I guess it turns out A24 produced Eric Andre's special. So you can add that to the A24 universe.
Man, that it blew my mind. This film.
Booksmart as well as an A24 film. I'm trying to think of, and Ladybird, I think is A24.
Lady Bird is, yeah.
Like, honestly, A24 that is like my genre.
Yeah.
A24 movies. Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
Fucking Lighthouse. I love that shit.
Whenever you want to watch it, I'd love to watch it with you. Again, I struggle now that I've seen it and I know what to expect. I'll be able to watch it fully this time.
Marriage
but
Story was Letterboxd as well, wasn't it?
It wasn't. It was.
But it wasn't traditional widescreen.
Yeah, it wasn't traditional, but like, yeah, it was.
It wasn't as square.
And it
and
was
shit,
very. It was
but-
like very film grainy as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, see, I love that kind of stuff. I think that's great. I love that there is still a place for those movies.
I think you're gonna love it.
I'm so excited.
I really
I'm very,
think you're
very
gonna
keen.
love it. I think you'll find you're probably the only person I can watch that movie with, and I think you'll just love it as much as I did.
You know, the irony with Netflix is Netflix clearly does
It's
try.
a weird place for it to be
No, well,
because
but
I
get
can
this.
just see people watching it going, "Oh, horror movie," and they sit in a car and there's literally 20 minutes of a car conversation.
But get this,
People are
right?
like, what the hell
So-
is this crap?
You would think, and Netflix does definitely try to advertise to like the general consumer. But if you think about it, someone who would pay a monthly subscription to a film streaming service is probably a film fan. And so they've probably have to keep making a couple of movies like that they can put out
It surprised me
and
that it
give
was,
fans who actually are the ones who, if you think about it, if they stopped paying for movies streaming, Netflix would lose a lot of money. That's probably a lot of their
If it's a
market.
cinema release,
Go
I'd-
see it again. Yeah.
I think it like as disturbing as The Lighthouse was, and I do agree The Lighthouse was better. I think this movie, it genuinely disturbed me.
That's wild. I
Where
love that.
I was-
I love that.
I was wearing a hat at the time, and I remember I was just like this because I'm a bit of a pansy with horror films, but I'm so giddy and excited for you to watch it, so I can
Oh,
talk.
that's
I
great.
can't say anything.
No, I love
and
that.
don't
I
want
love
to, but I can't wait for you to watch it, and then we can
That's
go.
what I love about film. I love that film can do that to someone, you know.
I'll just say this: keep an eye out for everything. Take everything in.
Okay.
Everything.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
not a single thing. Here's the thing. I feel like Tenet was just confusing to be confusing. And this movie is very confusing, but you can tell there's always something
There's a
behind
reason
it.
for it, yeah.
Like, The Lighthouse, there's always something behind it. When you see stuff from this movie, it will be confusing.
Yeah.
But I don't have to tell you this shit. You have patience. You have
Yeah, I respect.
you have
I
patience.
respect.
You're not gonna be like, well, what did that mean? Like what my dad would say, like,
No, I just didn't get
what
it.
did that mean? Like, I know you have the patience and you enjoy art enough to just be like
Just enjoy it, yeah.
it is very confusing, but
No, that's great. That's great.
there's little things you see and you go, oh, please, no. And it connects and you're like, like, help me. I think I'm in love with this movie and I'm so damn excited for you to see it.
I love it.
Honest to God,
I'm
I
excited to
can't-
see it myself.
I honestly can't wait for you to watch it.
I'm thinking of ending things 2020. Give it a watch, folks
Yep.
at home. Yeah.
I can't give it any higher recommendation.
Okay, finish off the show. So
I think we're
we
going to end in this podcast.
we do have Dave. We have Dave coming on
Yep.
next week. So we're probably going to do one more episode before then, which
Yeah,
is
probably.
episode 69. So tune in for that one. That'll be a fun little.
Hey!
So we got our episode 69 coming up. Then we have Dave coming on the podcast. Friend of the show, friend of ours.
Not just Dave. Mitch has been a sook and he wants to come on too. So,
So we'll see if Mitch comes on. We'll
God's sake. Apparently,
we'll negotiate.
apparently that's the thing now. So fair enough. Is what it is.
Um,
You'd think the people running the show could call the shots, but
no, apparently not. No,
apparently
not.
Dave is not going to come on unless he's with Mitchell. So
I
He's being
love
a
that.
twat, folks. There, I said it.
We have Father's Day here. Father's Day is tomorrow. You gonna have a good Father's Day? What do you got planned?
Well, I haven't got his present yet. I'm probably gonna get that on the way back from the cinema. Give him a slab of beer.
Yeah, cool.
I don't know. I'm obviously doing the whole clock thing. So
We went to the Bodlow today. You could have got a slab then.
yeah, but I was thinking that. But I was like, I'll have to leave it here. But like, if I leave the cinema anyway, I have to come back with it anyway.
Yeah, true.
I didn't think
true.
it through. I was
Yeah,
like,
okay, fair
I don't
enough.
know why I didn't. But yeah, we'll just go get a slab of beer for him. But yeah, we're just going to a classic little pub tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, nice.
think
Which
his
one?
birthday's-
Moe's or?
Nah, the one we haven't got a name for yet.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, question mark. Yeah.
Yeah, and then on Wednesday's his actual 60th, so we've all got work off, which is really cool. I'm gonna get fudged up,
Oh, I love it. That's awesome.
and then have to go to work on the Thursday. And I'm at TAFE next 2 weeks.
As you
after
do.
that.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, well, we're just going to the Winchester up there. I'm
Yes, you are, yeah.
I'm buying Dad his meals and all that. So
Don't they get a
that'll
free
be-
beer?
Yeah, they do. They get a free midi when they show up. Yeah.
Of course, it's a midi.
I know. I saw the post. I was like, classic
Free
midi.
beer in the small credits.
Yeah.
Midi.
It's a midi,
Yeah,
not a pint.
classic.
If you ask for a pint, you'll get cut off.
You have to pay a bit extra for that.
But yeah, no. So we're gonna go have lunch. It's at 3 p.m. So it's a bit of an afternoon,
An unforgettable lunch.
late lunch. You know. Yeah, it'll be an unforgettable luncheon. So
Yeah. Yeah, I pissed off a woman who worked at the Winchester the other night.
I don't think you pissed her off.
It was a weird reception. It was just a joke.
I think that's you
It was just a joke.
with all your fucking.
If I was she would have been like, oh shit. Sorry.
That's fine. That's all right.
If I was at the Moe's, people would have laughed because they know me down there. But I always said, she was like, Tanya was like trying to finish up, and I was like, what, already? And she's like, yes. I was like, okay.
She wasn't pissed. She was just doing her job, bro. You got to chill. You got to relax. You got to
Bro,
get out of your head.
Our movie starts in like 27 minutes.
All right, let's go. Let's do this. All right, thanks everybody. We love you. We'll see you next episode. Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.